Part 2.
Alright, so humans are lazy and throughout time have worked to find more efficient ways to accomplish tasks. How many of you have ever used one of these things? Yeah, so all these things just make more efficient use of work.
Alright, so the problem that we're faced with is that it is very difficult for a person that of our size to carry an animal that's a lot larger than us out of the woods, and we wanted to make a better device to help us with that because it's almost impossible and very, very difficult.
Alright, so our proposition is going to be our backpack, with the main feature being the strap system to haul a deer, with the second main feature being an extendable sled that we have prototyped on the next slide. So we also, all the features on the bag are hunter recommended, and we tried to find the most innovative ones. And currently, we're working towards to use the Cordura high-vis fabric.
And the fabric, it's lightweight, it's durable, it's waterproof, or water resistant at least, and really it's just fabric that will be well used in our bag, and it'll be helpful for no tears, rips, seam rips, stuff like that. So it's gonna be very convenient.
It's gonna make the job of us people a lot easier.
Yep. And a few of the features that we're excited about are on the back of the bag, there will be a laminated hunting display for your hunting license. That way you never have to deal with pulling it out in case you were to ever have to verify. Aluminum backplate to ensure the bag always has integrity. Included flint and steel, shoulder strap attachment point for flashlight, and as well as the metal tees at the bottom here, which will allow you to wrap the strap system around it and will always ensure that the bag stays upright and never falls over.
So on the back of our pack, obviously where the deer is going to be dragged by is by our sled. And the biggest problem we faced was how are we going to get a sled so big in such a small area? But we started thinking along the lines of what the EMTs or whatever and they do in hospitals, and we wanted a retractable system. And we were thinking of a very harder, really non-breakable material to use. And then also have, you know what I'm talking about, the clamps in the middle so you can adjust to the perfect size.
It's kind of like a suitcase where you pull it from the bottom and it clicks in and it gets higher.
Just because a lot of the hunters that we asked and surveyed, a lot of them said that no matter what, you're still going to have to overcome the friction of hauling a deer on ground, which the sled would do. So.
And our next feature that we're also adding is a lift kit, and this was not in our last presentation. So basically what a lift kit does is it's like a separate piece from the bag, so it's not on the bag. You just attach it to your bag, and it reduces stress from your body, so you're not having a bunch of stress on your back or anywhere like your legs. It carries heavier materials, so it can carry a deer. I also saw people put a big suitcase in between the lift kit and their bag, and it allows you to move more freely instead of being slumped and walking with a heavy load on your back. So basically, we're just trying to reduce the stress with this lift kit that we also researched on.
The also nice thing with lift kits is they're adjustable to whereas if you want to position the bag at a different height than where it would normally rest.
To fit your torso.
So it'll fit all sizes. Right here is just some more information on the fabric that we're going to be using. So as you can see, it's abrasion resistant, tear resistant, as well as water repellent. Some more just, further in-depth information.
So our resources, obviously Money Outdoors, we couldn't really get to them because we didn't even know what we wanted in our bag from our last prototype. And once we did a lot of more research and finding out the lift kit and the sled, and even just some more features on our bag, I think right now we're ready to talk to Money, and that's exactly what we're going to do after.
We didn't want to come to them empty-handed and just, with an idea. You have to have something with it.
Yeah. So yeah, and along the lines of teamwork, I think, I don't know, the three of us, we're we're good friends outside of this class as well. So we're none of us are scared to talk to each other and throw out ideas, nor are we afraid to tell each other what we think and if not an idea might be wrong or not. But I personally bring a lot of the skill of hunting, and I have a lot of background in hunting, so I really am a good addition to this idea.
And based off of last time you saw a couple of my bullets, I added the Google form questionnaire is what I made, and I got about 12 responses from people, and they're actually really well response. And I also researched important things to include the deer pack, like the lift kit Devin found, and a lot of the sled Devin came up with. And we also looked at some attachments that would be useful for people. Like a lot of people said flashlight attachments, and then another person came up with the flint, because I know a lot of people like to start fires and stuff, and they always have to find their flint in their bag. And if you just have like a little strip on your strap, you can just use it to start a fire really quickly.
So most of these points are already the same as last presentation, such as thinking outside the box, marketing, speaking, keeping the project moving forward, but as well as prototype sketching now, and we've all done a fair share of researching when it comes to the features that we're going to include. And then for the validation, we've done 50 interviews and we've completed them, and almost everyone said that it would be useful, and they provided a lot of useful information. But some of the best information that we've gotten would be from our 2 social media posts on Reddit, hunting subreddit, as well as archery talk, and from there we've gotten a lot of insight and experience just from what they've learned and things they've saw. Other products to look towards, a lot of feature recommendations, and carton strap systems already exist, so it's clear that it is an issue. So Hunter's already purchased backpacks, and ours will have 2 features that are unique to its own bag, as well as just an assortment of Hunter recommended features. And we think research is one of our best tools. We think we'll just continue to improve and find more important things to include with it.
And our next step is obviously to contact our partnership. And basically, all in all, this new invention our new invention of our prototype will help. It will help people be able to lift the stuff they need to lift.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.